before November. These touchdowns have come in bunches for Jalen. 20 or more total touchdowns, 2 or fewer turnovers. It's Jalen Hurts, 19 Russ, and 2015 Brady. It's in the last 35 years. Are the Eagles officially back? I added officially because Eagles back. I don't know. Are they officially back?
I got you. Yeah. I like that. For the most part. If you had just asked, are the Eagles back, I would have said yes. But since you added officially, I have to give a little bit of a qualifier. Listen, Jalen's numbers are insane. Yeah. Because it's 200 yards per game, but then, as you said, 20 touchdowns, 1 interception, and I think 1 fumble, so 2 turnovers total, a 118 or 114 passer rating, something nuts. It's just been crazy. In the last 2 games, I think he has 9 incompletions and 7 touchdowns. It's just very low volume passing, aside from a game ago or 1 game ago, I guess, when it was. But of course they're back without any equivocation when they get that Saquon.
Yes.
And so Saquon yesterday was, and we can show it to you, the Saquon of last year compared to, going into yesterday, he averaged 50 yards a game. Yesterday, he tripled it. Going into yesterday, he averaged 3.3 yards per rush. Yesterday, he tripled it. Going into yesterday, he had 0 explosive runs. Yesterday, he had 2, including 1 to start the game that set the tone for the whole thing. So that part made him back, look back. And the other thing is this, KW. They're the defending champs, and they didn't like how much the Giants celebrated. And I don't begrudge the Giants for celebrating the way they did. I think when you're a rebuilding team, particularly when you're a team that's perpetually rebuilding, you need to take your small victories. But there was an air of the Raiders taking the lap around Arrowhead.
Oh.
And the Chiefs remembering it. The next time we play you, we're playing Ring Around the Rosie on the field. And the Eagles, so I thought that was a nice statement by Philly. And the fact that it came without A.J. Brown in one pocket makes them all the scarier. In the other pocket maybe leads to more weird A.J. Brown Instagrams. I don't know.
I agree. I think one of the questions of this game is A.J. Brown a story of this game? And yes. I don't know, but the question is a story. Now, is it a story? I don't know. But the question is definitely a story. Brew, Saquon said last week, and this quote has stuck with me, because we're always trying to parse out, hey, do you really mean that, or are you just saying that? Like Aaron Rodgers, not in revenge game. Yeah, but it kind of is. Saquon said, it is not the 2,000 yards. I feel fresh. It's not a wear and tear issue. And I think a lot of us are like, all right, but it certainly seems like it. He says it's not. And now I wonder if we do imagine a world where he's 100% right and it's just other things, although it's a nice, obvious, it seems like the easiest excuse or just reason. Rationale. He's 10th in total yards right now in the league. He's 15th in yards per game. He's got 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 receiving. If he's able to pick this up and he's just turned it around and he's going to get better, like we're seeing a lot of units get better, then I think they are officially back. Not just back, but I would have a certificate, a notary republic, and an embossing symbol. One of those embossing things.
Look, no matter what type of season he has, I will not think he's washed. You know, like a lot of people might have looked at his first several games and said, "Oh, he's done. He's not the same." Because we've seen running backs peter out at his age or whatever. I think he'll come back next year and have a great year if he doesn't have one this year. But that said, I don't expect this to be okay. It's last year's Saquon the rest of the way, and I don't think it's all on him. I think it's a different offensive line, obviously. And I wish, and Nick, maybe there's places I can find this you could tell. I wish there were stats on how quickly he's hitting the hole versus last year. I don't know if that even exists. But the speed with which he's hitting.
You can get stats on the spin rate of a baseball 1 second after a home run.
But there's nothing on.
No, but what there are stats on is how big the holes are.
Yeah, I think this line isn't as good.
That's a bigger.
And he's also getting hit Like, remember last year, he was getting
yards
2-3 yards after the front
yards
line of
before
scrimmage.
right.
Yeah, before he got contact.
Right. So that's the other thing. I don't have it in front of me, but I would bet any amount of money his yards before contact are down considerably.
Yeah, it was
way
like
down.
Yeah, we already know that. Oh my God. How do you not know that already? Oh my gosh. Guys. Oh my gosh. First off, they say it pretty much every single game. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. Let's talk about this. I loved how in real time they were figuring out that Jalen Hurts has been unbelievable this season. You see all the touchdowns that he has and the lack of turnovers, and they're like, it's pretty incredible. Oh, you think? Do you think that's why throughout this whole season I kept saying Jalen Hurts should clearly be in the MVP race, which is why I just threw away the MVP conversation because I was like, this is so dumb. We're acting like Baker Mayfield is the MVP, Patrick Mahomes is the MVP, everyone else but Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts gets no benefit of the doubt. And yet now what he's doing is literally historically amazing. And yet it's like barely discussed. It just becomes absurd. Right now we're like, well, what about AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley? Like, the whole conversation continues to just get insane to me. It really does. And be like, well, some people would say that Saquon's washed. It's the O-line. The O-line hasn't been good, and the play calling hasn't been good. It's so obvious and so clear. This time around, the play calling was great. This was Kevin Patullo's best game, and the O-line was the best it had been, literally opening up lanes for Saquon Barkley to get after it. And lo and behold, they were able to absolutely dominate. Shocking, I know. And Jalen Hurts continued to do Jalen Hurts things. He picked up huge downs with his legs, third down, fourth down. I mean, he was smart, making high-level throws. Devontae's making plays. Great play calling, especially with some of the play calling to Dallas Goedert and, of course, Saquon Barkley and Dotson. Just a great game all around, man. Just a great game all around. Before I get any deeper in it, Eagles fans, I gotta ask you because I need it. I really do. I said it to you in my last video. I need this win. There's a lot going on and I need it. I'm asking you guys. I really am, straight up, eye to camera. I'm asking you, please subscribe. Please watch the full length of these videos. I need something big to happen. I need something big, positive. Let me be very clear when I'm asking the universe. Something big and positive to happen. I want this channel so badly to become something truly special. And when you guys watch the full length of the video, when you guys subscribe, like it just keeps going. And I want to create something that is officially, firmly rooted in this sports talk world, in this sports talk community. And I want our community to be rooted, to really exist, so our voices are truly heard, so we're really genuinely part of something special. That is truly what I'm trying to get out there to create. And like I keep saying, I really, really genuinely believe it is we, not me. This is not about just me sitting here and telling you guys all my views and feelings and, I'm king and everything I say is right and everything you say is wrong. It's not the way I view it. I see this as completely a community. So please subscribe. Please watch the full length videos so we can just really create something truly, truly special. And so we can keep having these discussions about some of the insanity surrounding the Philadelphia Eagles. It's just, again, it's like when I see a take like this, it's like I don't know what to pounce on more, honestly. The staggering numbers I'm staggered that the quarterback who's been a top quarterback in the NFL, since 2022 is playing like a top quarterback in the NFL. It's staggering to me that the quarterback who's literally set multiple Super Bowl records in multiple Super Bowls, who has one of the highest quality football games in NFL history, whether it's Super Bowl or not, and he did it in the Super Bowl against one of the best defenses, against the dynasty, the all-time great Kansas City Chiefs team, and yet we're then surprised. We're even remotely surprised that that very quarterback is playing great throughout the course of this season. I mean, just think about the insanity of that. Like, think about the setup for those statements. It's just crazy. I mean, it really, really is. It's just insanity. And just make no mistake about it. The moment that Jalen Hurts doesn't have a great game, the moment he doesn't have a perfect game, It's all hands on deck. And yet you look around this league right now, man. I take the notes. I write them all down. There are so many times, whether it's Baker, whether it's Mahomes, whether it's Josh Allen, no matter who it is, you know how many times we see halves and quarters and whatever where those quarterbacks do nothing, where they do absolutely nothing. And yet it's only ever truly highlighted. Look what Jalen Hurts did in the second half. Look what Jalen Hurts did in the first half. And it's like, okay, what about that other half? Where he was like 12 for 15, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a 138 passer rate, and it's just like, then you think he just magically forgot how to play, or do you think there were other factors involved? Do you think maybe receivers weren't open? Do you think the O-line was collapsing, the run, play calling? Do you think he just knows how to play football sometimes, but then he's just like, I just forget? Like, the fact that they never want to have like a full 360-degree discussion will always drive me crazy. I mean, it really will. But you can just tell by if you're impressed by what Jalen Hurts is doing, then you actually haven't been watching, because this is what Jalen Hurts has been. And it's just crazy. And again, you know the reality is, because obviously I've become someone who talks so much about Jalen Hurts. I'm not even this like Jalen Hurts truther. I really am not. I just always try to relay the reality. I'm not here trying to sit here and tell you that Jalen Hurts is actually really the greatest quarterback we've ever seen. That's never been my arguments. It's always about just giving Jalen Hurts the respect that I think he deserves, and stop trying to undercut everything he does. That's what it's always been about. And it's not my fault that the media and the world and the fans and the commenters give me so much to go off of, because you're all constantly trying to pull it down. And so then, it's just easy for me to just jump off that. But I mean, again, this game obviously wasn't just about Jalen Hurts. It just shows you that when you have a full functioning offense, an O-line, a run game, receivers open, like that's the thing too, receivers are actually open. Yeah, then yes, Jalen Hurts and this offense as a whole will be, again, by definition, greater than the sum of all of its parts. And then, heck, even Kevin Patullo is wheeling and dealing. And so then it makes you think like, maybe Kevin Patullo is slightly misaligned. Now, to be fair, we don't really know that yet, right? And he does not, unfortunately, get the benefit of the doubt for that. It's a tough one. You're a coach in the NFL. If you want the benefit of the doubt, work somewhere else. I don't know what to tell you. It's just you gotta keep up or get left behind, right? Perform or don't. Win or you're done. That's just the way it works, and that is how the Philadelphia Eagles operate. They are the gold standard of that. You keep up, you win, or we don't want you. It's just that cut and dry in Philadelphia, and it's something that I respect so much about them. And like I said, if you want an easier life, then take a different job. But it should actually excite you a little bit, because you're like, if they can get the run game going, and if they can get the O-line looking like it's looking, Kevin Patullo might actually be a really good, maybe he was a little bit predictable early on because he thought that he was going to have a different O-line. He thought that he was going to be able to do things that he can't now. And now he either has to troubleshoot and learn how to go beyond that, which don't know if he's necessarily shown that quite yet, because against the Minnesota Vikings, that was Jalen Hurts more than Kevin Patullo, more than anything. And that was kind of my take about that game of like, that was great. That was an awesome game from Jalen Hurts and this offense and whatnot. But like, a lot of these big time plays were really on the shoulders of Jalen Hurts making it happen, or Devontae, etc. This game now, I do think the play calling was awesome, and I do think it was a bit within rhythm of the offense and the game plan itself, and all that was great. But it was still also now built on the foundation of the O-line and the run game getting after it, right? That was really the foundation. So you can see that when that's there, maybe Kevin Patullo can cook, right? So as long as that continues, you're in business, right? You are absolutely, positively, undeniably in business. So it's just great to see. It's just great to see, and it will never not be funny to watch people in real time be like, to just learn, who the Philadelphia Eagles are, and they're just like, maybe Saquon Barkley isn't actually washed. Well, maybe he's not tired from all of, from his greatness that he achieved last season. And it's just like, they're like, well, I imagine he's probably doesn't have as much yards before contact as he did last season. And it's just like, oh my God. It's like, guys, so you actually haven't been watching the Philadelphia Eagles? Because that's what you're saying right now. Like that's actually what you're saying right now, that you actually haven't been watching the Philadelphia Eagles play then. Like you understand when you make those statements, like that's what you're saying. Wow, it's actually pretty impressive what Jalen Hurts is doing. Wow, Saquon Barkley, has been struggling and now he's been able to be successful. And it's just like, well, if you've been watching the games, then you should understand, one, this is how Jalen Hurts has been playing. Two, this is what's been going on with Saquon. Like I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Philadelphia Eagles? Are the Eagles officially back or just back? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.